Picture this, you are in a meeting and your colleague all of a sudden takes credit for your idea. Your heart races, your jaw clenches, and you feel that familiar surge of anger. Yeah? What do you do next? Most of us either explode or completely shut down. But what if I told you there's a third option? That one that could change everything. Hello, I am Juan Navarro. This is Advanced Quality Programs, where we explore quality philosophies to apply them to our everyday lives. Let me tell you about my friend Nikki. She was devastated after being passed over for a promotion. Her initial thought was, my manager doesn't really respect me. But with some advice, she explored an alternative perspective using some ideas I will share with you today. Soon after this process, she landed a more senior position, and we can explore how. Let me start with one of the most eye-opening insights I have encountered about personal power. It comes from Ron Carucci, a fellow member of the Marshall Goldsmith Top 100 Coaches. After 15 years of studying executives, he found something striking. The greatest abuse of power is not using it. This completely challenges what most of us believe about power, right? Many think power is inherently negative, manipulative, selfish, controlling. But here's the truth. Those behaviors arise when someone holds a position of power but isn't truly in power. So what does being in your power actually mean? It means having grounded sense of self-sovereignty, a sense of self-agency, and inner worth. You're not seeking validation or trying to control others. Instead, you know how to return to a place of clarity and confidence within yourself. That's inner power. This is the heart of the book In Your Power, React Less, Regain Control, Rise Others by Sharon Melnick. We all get knocked out of our power at times, whether we are overlooked at work, we are faced with conflict, or dealing with personal challenges. The moments hijack our emotions and lead to reactions that make everything worse. And according to that book, that's where the 12 power portals come in. Let me share them with you. Precision, perspective, physiology, purpose, psyche, proficiency, persuasion, partnership, protection, powerful truth, people, and position. Each portal offers a unique way to reconnect with your own power. But those are many portals, and today we want to focus on the one that is the most effective, the physiology. Here's what happens when you are emotionally triggered. Your body enters a stress response, releasing hormones like cortisol or adrenaline. Most people try to think their way out of this, but here's the secret. To return to calm, you must complete this stress cycle. Let me be specific about this. That might mean dancing, crying, hitting a pillow, boxing, or simply breathing deeply. The goal is to release energy, so it doesn't have to control you. Try this with me right now. Take a deep breath in 4 counts. Hold 4, breathe, and out for 6. Do you feel that shift? Once you moved through the emotion, here's the next step. You can refill that sense with something positive, like joy, music, connection. This resets your nervous system and restores your sense of agency. That's what it means to be in your power, to respond with clarity and not to react from fear. But let's talk about what triggers are. A trigger is any situation that makes you feel out of control often because it echoes past experiences where you felt powerless or unsafe. These moments reactivate deep emotional responses, making it very hard to stay grounded. Here's one of the most effective ways to navigate a trigger. Connect with someone who feels emotionally safe, someone who can hold space for your feelings without judgment. Their calm presence can help you to regulate your nervous system and restore the sense of safety. Remember, this amid emotional pain. It is easy to forget that you're going to feel good again, but these moments are always temporary. The key is to use tools that help you to move through the intensity of the moment and to reconnect with your sense of self. One of the most powerful tools I can give you is reframing. Here's a simple but transformative question. Why might this be happening for my own benefit? This question shifts your mindset from the victimhood of the moment to the agency that opens the door for growth, for regaining power. Remember my client, Nikki? She was devastated after being passed over the promotion. Her initial thought was that her manager didn't appreciate her. But when she explored alternative narratives using that question, she suddenly realized the role was not aligned with her goals. She looked for a more suitable one, and soon he landed a more senior position. What's the takeaway? Emotions are valid, but they don't have to define your reality. When you have moved through them and examined the stories behind those stories, you reclaim your agency, and with it, the power to respond with clarity and intention is back to you. Here's something that people often ask me. Should we quickly shift to something positive when we feel bad? Or are these feelings trying to tell me something important? And my answer is normally the same. The answer is balance. First, move from the emotion through your body, through your breath, through movement, and express to regain your clarity. Once you are grounded, then you can reflect on what's the emotion about. Here is why this matters. Intense reactions often stem from the story that we are telling ourselves about the situation. If you carry self-doubt, you may be interpreting events through those lenses, seeking validation and assessing meaning that keeps you stuck. So here are the 3 steps that we have explored to regain your power. Remember that your nervous system is the gateway to your personal power, and you need to learn to regulate it. Use the breathing cycle. Complete the stretch cycle first. Then examine the story behind that trigger. Sometimes you need some time. And finally, ask yourself, what is this happening at this moment? What is teaching me? That reframes the situation. Your nervous system is the gateway to your personal power. Learning to regulate it and move through that emotional waves with intention is one of the most transformative skills that you can develop. That is not about never getting triggered again, but is about knowing how to return to the center of gravity, and when you do, you can take and regain control. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like and comment. And here's my challenge for you. The next time you feel that familiar stress response, try one of the 12 portals of power and start with physiology. Complete that stress cycle. And then ask yourself the reframing question. Thanks again for your ratings and my comments on my books, Life Quality Projects and Principles of Quality. Get ready for the quality mindset that is coming soon, and don't forget to hit that bell so that you see the notification on your device for the next episode.